Alright, welcome to another video. This is going to be a little bit of a different video. It's not going to be a study with me. It's not going to be a network engineering video. It's going to be a Python video where I try to solve a problem I'm having in the real world. So I'm going to start the video now by explaining the problem. Okay, so if you take a look at my personal email there, let me close that. But if you take a look at the problem I'm having, you have to go to do512.com. And for some reason actually I know why my internet's not working, because my Bluetooth headphones like ruin my internet connection. But anyways, here's the problem I'm having. So if you go to this website and you say, here's what you can do in Austin today, and you look at all the events today, you can say, oh, here's something that looks fun. But the time right now is almost 6 p.m. and this was at 12 p.m. So even if I wanted to go to this, it already elapsed. Well, let's go down and see what else there is. Okay, here's one that's at 8 p.m. I could go to that, but maybe I don't want to go to a crawfish boil. So here's one at 5:30. Well, again, I missed it. So as you're going through, there's no way to filter these events. There's no way to look at the times that they start to get rid of the ones that already elapsed. So that's a big problem for me, because I spend being in Austin, and especially being here during certain times like South by Southwest right now, there's just too many things going on to scroll through. So if I scroll all the way through, don't see anything I like, go to the next page, and now on the next page, there's still stuff. So if we go through, we can see here's an event that starts at the thing is, there's so many events. It's like right now. So here we go. Here's an event that started at noon. So already on this second page, we can see how out of order it is, and how frustrating that can be if you're trying to plan your day, or if you're just somewhere with friends who's saying, hey, let's go to this. Well, oops, it started at 1 p.m. and it's over already. So the purpose of this video is to write a Python script that goes through each of the pages. So we can see we've got do512.com and the URL here, and then we can set the pages, page 1, 2, 3. Let's see what happens if we set the page to page 200. And sorry, I should have saved that because I don't remember. Oh, here it is. So it's down here. So let's see what happens if we set the page to 100. I'm hoping that we'll get some sort of error message or something. Okay, so we just get there's nothing on page 100. So what we can do is we can write a Python script that goes through each of these URLs, increments the page number, and then when it gets to a blank page, it stops. Because it looks like by default it will show you the events for today. And then we can have the Python script filter out any events that have already elapsed and only show us events that are going to occur at a time where we can go to the event on time. So let me open up my programming environment for this. So I'm going to use Visual Studio Code. It's an IDE to help me keep track of all my notes, to help me have my code, and to test out my code. So what I'm going to do is open a terminal here and go to Documents. And then I'm going to make a new one called do 512 we'll call it sort do 512. Okay, and then I'll switch directory to that. and then I'll do code dot to open up the directory there. So the first file I'll make in here is a file called readme. So we're going to do code readme.md. Okay, and then I'll just hit the letter A for now and save that so that it shows up. The second thing I'm going to do is do this git init command so that we get this version control coming up here. We can see what prior changes were if we want to revert, and so we can push it up to a remote repository so that anyone can reap the benefits of this, which I will probably do to my official repository eventually, especially if this ends up working really well. I want my friends to be able to use it so that we're not wasting time scrolling through irrelevant stuff, and we can just go to the most exciting thing that we see is available for us. Yep, so after the git init, if I do an ls-al, we've got that .gif folder, and we can see we've got some version control here. So in the README, I think I'm going to make this uppercase. Yeah, and then I think it's got to be lowercase here. There we go. That's better. And then I can see if this file extension is correct by going down to the bottom right, and I see it's set to Markdown. So it is set correctly. So we're going to say the problem and the problem is that the website do512.com shows events unordered and does not filter out events that have already ended. So then I'll write the solution. And we're going to say use Python requests to scrape do512.com and to return a list of events that start later than the current time. And then we'll say the requirements, and I'm going to add an additional requirement to it because I want to be able to use it wherever I am at any time. So there's a Python on your phone called QPython. So you can, it looks like this, it's QPython. You can click on programs down here, and then it'll open up, you can't really see that, but it'll open up Python programs. So I want this to be a single page script. I want to be able to open it in QPython on my phone, and I want to be able to just click that and run and have it give me back all of these clickable links. I just open them up, and I want to give it a time, start time. So we're going to say the requirements. So the first requirement is going to be must be runnable from an Android QPython app. Second requirement, must return the start time and a clickable link to the event. And for now, I think those are the only requirements. Just having that will really improve my life. As early as yesterday, I found myself in a situation where I was just scrolling through, desperately trying to see what events hadn't already elapsed, and very rapidly running out of time doing that. Okay, so I'm going to pause it and be back. I need a glass. All right, I am back. I just bashed myself in the face because I smelled the glass and bashed myself in the tooth with it for some reason. Yeah, that really hurts. But I'm going to try to keep going. I didn't chip a tooth or anything, thankfully. So we've got the problem, we've got the solution, and we've got the requirements. So that's pretty clear. So we're going to make a new file here. And it's going to be the actual Python file. We're just going to have one file so that when I open up my phone to this QPython application, I can click programs there. See that? And then it's just going to be right there under scripts. You can see I've got a bunch of scripts on there already. So I just click on the script that I want.
5:54 p.m. on Saturday, March 19th, 2022.
So you can see there's a demo script on there that just gives you the time and the date. It speaks it out loud for you. So okay, I had a calendar to make this video. Okay, but that triggered. So there we go. So we're gonna call this Austin events. Or today's Austin events today. Yep. And we can, if it turns out to be really useful, we can add some extra features to have it give events for tomorrow, for next week, and then yeah, so we can add some extra features, but we're going to keep it as simple as possible. Now, we're just going to focus on events that happened today, and then we're just going to focus on the events that occur later than the current time. Now, this is another extra feature we can worry about later because it might take you, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, even up to an hour, depending on what the event is to actually get there. So if it's now 7 o'clock and there you get back, or let's say it's 6:59 and now you're getting back a bunch of events for 7 o'clock, well, that's kind of useless because you might not be able to get there in time. You should have a feature set up to say, only show me events where I basically I know it's going to take a half an hour to walk down there, to get an Uber, to drive down there. Only show me events that start a half an hour from now or later. So that might be a future thing to consider. I'll write those down. Future features to consider. Listing events logically for future dates. I can't believe I spelled chronologically right, but I'm pretty sure there's a spell checker in here. There isn't. I thought there was. There probably can be. I'm pretty sure there can be a spell checker. Coding spell checker. To catch common spelling errors. False positive. This one actually looks pretty good. Go with this. Okay, so I'm going to have a spell checker on there soon. So, future features to consider, listing events. Aha, actually this is really nice. Yeah, and I've misspelled something up there as well. How do I change it though? Oh, here we go. Yes. Perfect. Okay, that's exactly what I want. So we've got future features we consider, listing events chronologically for future dates. Not going to worry about that. Um, uh, uh, allocating a buffer time for events. For events to consider, um, uh, consider allowing for or taking into account the time it takes to travel to an event, not including events and not including events that cannot be traveled to on time. Okay, so those are some future things to be considered, but for now we're just gonna try to keep it as simple as possible. Okay, so we've got the README created, we've got the file created, so let's do an initial commit on that. This will be a good starting point. So we're going to do git add. We should see these move up to the stage changes. There we go. We'll do git commit -m. We'll do initial commit. There we go. All right, so we're going to need to use at least one module. So the module. Let's do one more thing before we actually go into the code. Let's create a Git Ignore. So we're going to do code. We're going to do this dot here so that the file is hidden when you do an ls. We don't have to worry about it kind of getting in the way as we're looking at the files here, because we're just going to have this in the background doing what it does and not worry about it actively as we're coding. So we're going to do a code, code dot git ignore. Okay, and then we're going to include VNV in the git ignore so that it doesn't include changes to that in our version control. And then we're going to create a virtual environment. So if I just hit Python like that, doesn't find it, so I've got to do Python 3. I've got version 3.8.10 on here, perfectly fine. I think the most current version is 3.10, but this will be fine. So I'm going to do Python 3-m vmv and yes, we do want to select yes here. This is so that whenever I open a new terminal, it'll automatically start the virtual environment. So if I were to hit this plus sign here, now we can see I'm directly into it because it knows the commands to run and it runs them automatically. That is perfect. Okay, so now I've got, and you can see this, oh, I didn't hit save yet, so I'm going to hit save. Okay, so now you can see in the changes I made, I added this git ignore file. I also added this VNV folder, and we can see it right there, but we don't see it in the changes here. That's because it's being ignored. It's part of this git ignore file. So that's what we want. So we're going to do another commit. We're going to say set up a Python VNV. Got to do a git add first. There we go. And then the next thing we're going to do is add in the requirements we want. So we definitely want the request module. So I'm going to do code requirements.txt. There we go. And we're going to do requests. All right. Git add. And we can see this goes from changes to staged. See our stage changes there. Git commit -m. Added requirements.txt. All right, now let's install that requirements. So we're going to do pip install -r requirements.txt, and I misspelled that. Okay, so we've got the request module now. Perfect. Got the README there. Don't need that open anymore. Okay, so let's get started. Actually, before I get started, I'm going to add one more requirement. IPython, it just really helps with testing and everything, so I'll make that a requirement. Okay, so now I've got IPython added. That makes it a lot easier to develop. Don't need this requirements.txt open anymore. So now I can actually start working on this proper. So I'm going to do import requests to start. All right, I'm gonna pause it. I need to plug in my phone. It's almost out of batteries. All right, I am back. So we've got the request module imported. So let's just open up a workspace down here so we can test out the code. Make sure we know what's going on. So do a help on requests. We can see a description on how to use it right here. So we can just use this same code here. But we're going to need to use a different URL. So this is the URL we'll need. Oops, I accidentally hit Control-C. Testing. Okay, I do have audio, perfect. All right, there we go. So we're going to make this a formatted string like that. So we're going to like this, and we're going to say page like that. But now we have to define page. So page equals 1. Okay, and then we're going to say yep. So and then here we go. So r equals, yeah, so we'll say, now we should be able to, Now let's design something here called no more pages, and we're going to say equals false. Or we'll say more pages equals true. We'll say while there are more pages, we're going to continue to do that. So we'll have this be at 0, and then we'll increment the index here. Okay, and then while there are more pages, we're going to do that, and then we'll have a if statement, and then it'll be else. Then we'll set no more pages to false, and won't be going through those pages anymore. But let's take a look at what we get back just when we run this code here. So I'm going to set more pages to false down here. There we go. Okay, and I'll just run this in the interpreter shell down here. All right, so I should have R. Let's do help on R. There we go, it's a response. CR is defined there, so we do r.text. Okay, so now we get back the HTML of the page. So if I were to hit F12 here, we get back what is in here. So we need to go through here now, and we need to find these start times. So we've got a start time for 9 p.m. So let's see if that shows up in this output here. So we're going to say temp equals this, and we're going to say we're going to say help on temp help is str. Temp is a string, so we want to get help on a string, and we're going to do find yeah, so yep, and that'll give us the yeah, so let's do find. So and then we're going to feed it a substring. So we're going to do temp.find 9 o'clock. Oh, and I can't up arrow or anything. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we found this starts at this index. So we're gonna now do temp, and we're gonna do a slice to look at that index. So temp there we go, and then we'll do it to 60,000. It's lagging a lot for me. I'm not sure why that's happening. Okay, so here we go. So we get back what we were seeing there. So all right, let's look up Python web scraping. Just get a little bit more of a I just want to make it easier to look through that output. So I want to convert it to something like a Python dictionary. That might make it easier to read through. So yeah, beautiful soup. So yeah, so we used request to get the page, so we did that. Here's the page, but now we want something to make it easier to read. So we need the beautiful soup library to parse it, and then we get an object that we can navigate more easily. It's not just a string like that. So yeah, you know what? I don't think there's. I think this is totally fine. So we're going to say BS4. I feel like there's something better than beautiful soup. Yeah, I want to use this instead. So we're going to use LXML instead. So we're going to include this in our requirements. Okay, and then we'll include this line in our code. All right, and I'm getting a few lines ahead of myself. I want to keep track of my train of thought here, so if I come back to this later, I can't finish it all in one go. I know I know where to come back. So I'm going to add these two lines, and then I'm going to make a commit. So we're going to call this HTML page. We'll call this page number instead of just page. There we go. Okay, so this is a little bit better. I think I need to install that library. You can see that's why it's underlined in yellow, because it doesn't have the library. Okay, it's really slow. Wish it would go faster, but 6 seconds isn't all that slow. Okay, so now we've got the module. This should go away. Oh, it's... Oh, there we go. Okay, there. Perfect. Okay, so let's try to run this code and take a look at what we've got with the tree. Looks like I've got a problem here, so I'll take a look at that. Oh, it's just my spell checker. That's okay. Okay, so we should have that tree defined now, and we're going to have it defined for page 1. So let's take a look at it. So we've got that tree element. Let's take a look at help on it. Big fat warning. Oh, that actually might be useful to know about, because I'm going to be alright, well, whatever. Okay, so alright, we've got a number of things going on here, but let's stick to the tutorial here. Okay, so we've got to find our, let's see if we can find something that's like events. We want to create a list of the events. So I'm going to put this in there. Okay, and now we've got to find a name for that. So I'm going to do a commit now. Okay, and I'll put down the tutorial. confusing. Tutorial. Okay. Yeah, that can be enough for now. All right, so now we've got to find what div we want to turn into a list. So we definitely want to find a div here first. So we've got some divs here. Aha, event listings. That looks good to me. So let's just try it right there. ds-event-listings. Okay, and then we're going to have this say events. Okay, and then we'll print out the events down here. All right, so we didn't find anything. Now, this is a class, not a title. So maybe that's what happened. Maybe this was what I need. DS. Oh, here we go. So here we've got an event here. Perfect. So the thing is we don't have a time. So let's do ds-events-group and see what that does. Still nothing there. Yeah, so I don't see a time or anything. One thing I can do is click here and then click on the interesting elements. So this is it for me. Aha, perfect. So we can see we've got the start time here. So we want to look for this. Okay, so this is what we're looking for. We've got a start date and a start time here as well. We've also got the end time, which is interesting. So I could recommend an event that's I would be a half an hour late to, but I would see the last 2 hours of the event. That would be worth recommending. Assuming I'd be able to get in after it already started, which is depends on the event. Okay, so yeah, so let's do this. We're gonna come here, Python. We're gonna do Python 3. Okay, so now we should have everything. Oops. Oh, I thought it would actually bring it in. Never mind. Okay, so let's take a look at this tree object here. I think it's an iterator. Yeah, so I can do for object or for branch in tree print branch. There we go. So now we've got everything in there. Yeah, so we've got all of the elements. So okay, so we're gonna do tree dot iter find. We're gonna try to find the DS event start time. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so we found it. So it's a generator, so we're gonna do temp equals that, for I in temp, print I. Oh, it's a generator. Oh, it's a generator. Okay. Yeah, I'm not too. I think it's generator object. Okay. I'm not getting to where I want to go here. So let's go back to this tree object. Yeah, get some more help on that. Yeah, we'll do tree.items. Okay. Where we get the tutorial again. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. So I gotta do it like this. Okay. Got it. Still nothing. Oh, that's a span. I need a div. Okay, so I think I could just change this to div and be fine. Yes, I can. Sweet. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna do. So events is a list. So we're gonna do for event in events. And then we're gonna print event dot replace a new line. We don't want to print out the new lines. And then we'll do a dot strip to get rid of that white space. And I think that should be good. All right, so let me try to run it again. There we go. So we've got all of our start times. So let's do another one. We're going to do a dot split based on a space because we don't want that doors in there. Because it'll just show us the event. So if we see an event that looks interesting, we can click on the link and then see when the doors are. So here we go. Okay, so now we've got our list. We're going to need to now sort the list. So let's do event times equals, and then we'll do a list comprehension like this. And we're going to do okay, so now we've got this event times, and now we can do for time in event times print time and something. Okay, I got my list comprehension wrong. There we go. All right, that looks good to me. See if this works. I should get the same result I got before. I did. But now we've got this list here called event times that should be a lot easier to sort. So let's do event times dot sort. Okay, and let's see it again. Do it again. Okay, and now we've got all of the event times sorted. We do have a problem though. The problem is that we have AM and PM times. So let's clear this off and makes it a little bit easier to look at. Oh, and for some reason it's no longer working. Okay, now it's working. So we have these AM and PM times. So the AM times are being listed after some of the PM times. We can't have it do that. We know that AM is going to occur earlier than PM, so we need to modify the code. But before I do that, I will commit what I've got so far, because what I've got so far is pretty good. So git commit -m, able to scrape the times and list them in order but with an error AM and PM listings. Okay, so there we go. We made some good progress on that. So let's continue and fix that error. So what I'd like to do, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to say, this is good that we've got them sorted, but after we sort them, we're going to do for time in, we're going to make, yeah, so we're going to do another list comprehension like that, but now we're going to do for time in event times. We're going to say AM events equals time for time and event times if AM in time. Okay, so that'll give us our AM events, and then we've got PM events equal the same thing, but if PM is in time. And we might deal with a case problem. So let's convert this to uppercase just to make sure that we don't have to deal with if they don't have consistent casing. Okay, have this be PM, perfect. And now we can print them out in orders, because we can do for event in AM events, print event, and then we can do for event in PM events, print event. So now we have that problem resolved where the AM and PM events were not listed in the correct order. Oh, was there only one AM event? Wait, I'm confused. Also, it's not in the correct order. What results was I getting before? Oh, and that is very loud. Very, very loud. Siren going off. Okay, it stopped. Thank you. Okay, so here's what I was getting before. Oh, yeah, there was only one AM event before. Okay, so that's good. So we got that worked out. But it looks like the order here isn't correct. So we're going to need to figure out how to get that accurate. And hopefully get back the changes I made. Yep, so now we're back to the changes. Yep, so we've got the AM and PM problem resolved, but we need to figure out why it's failing to sort it the way that we had intended to sort it. Okay, so it's in ascending order with the one that's determined to be the lowest value first, and then the output determined to be the highest value last. So this is determined to be the lowest value. I'm not sure how it makes that determination, but we could probably add a key. Sort PM times. So one thing I do notice here is that it has the order correct here. It's just once it gets there, it has it incorrect. So what I could do is figure out is just put this somewhere else, put it at the bottom there. Huh. I'm a little bit confused here. I knew this sort wouldn't, there's also sorted, I'm pretty sure. Oh, no, there's not. Sort. So event times dot sort, okay. Okay, so I want to feed it a key. Yeah, so we can go to W3 Schools here and learn how to do that. So, okay, so we would feed it a function. So, yep, so we'd have to define a function. So we'll say sort key equals and we'll say numbers only, like that. And then we need to give it a yep, so we just need the function, and we'll say def numbers only, and then it'll get the time. We'll say return time dot replace dot replace dot replace okay, yeah, that should work. There's nothing wrong with that. Boom. Okay, there we go. So this is just me having experience with programming. I wish I could explain more my thought process and what I did in there, but I'll try. So when you use this sort method, you can feed it a function and you can basically tell it like what you want it to sort. So it'll go through each element of the list and it'll plug it into that function, and then it'll sort it based on what you tell it to look for in that function. So I'm telling it to take out these colons. I'm telling it to take out the AM or the PM. And then I'm telling it to take the remaining numbers and look at them as if they were a integer with a value. So then we would get here, this would be the number 100, this would be the number 130. So we're looking at the times, we're only looking at the numbers in the times, and then we're printing them out as if they were numbers with a magnitude. And that way we can tell which events occur earlier and which events occur later, and we can list them in that order. So it's probably not super clear what I did there, but it appears to be working, which is the most important thing. So I'm going to do a commit, git commit -m, ordering problem. Next step is to tie the times to the events. Okay, so we can see this is going to be a tricky step because we have these events here that we found through this class here. We have them in order, but all we were able to get in doing that is just the times of the event. Oh, and I'm not sure what happened here. Why isn't it? Okay, yeah, no, it's working. Okay. So we only have the times. We don't have what the event actually is. So we need the clickable link as well. So let's do this. Let's do F like that. And it'd be nice if we could get like a description of the event, something like that. I'm going to do link. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, we are good. Okay, so now we've got a space for actually having the clickable link. So we're going to need to tie the event to the link somehow. So let's take a look at the div again. Okay, so we've got the location. We've got the venue. Address, all that. Well, that's not good. You know what? I'm gonna try getting something else. I'm gonna try this. And I'll just say that it's a test here. So we're gonna do test equals this, and we're gonna get a div. Okay, and then we're gonna get a uh, data permalink instead of a class. And we're going to get the data permalinks. Oh. Actually, let's do this. We're going to do a DS events group. And it's going to be a class. Or sorry, it's going to be a div. And then, yep, and then the class equals this. There we go, perfect. Perfect. All right, and then, yep, that's not going to work. And then here I'll do a for, we'll say tests, and then for test and tests. Test. And then I'll make some comments here. This is only a test. This is only a test. There we go. Okay, so here's the output we had before, but now we've got a bunch of blank output, so that's not what we're looking for. What about this DS cover image? Nothing. Huh. Yeah, so I think this might be a problem. We don't want to look for the text like that. We want to look for the whole div. Yeah, so we want the div element. But then we need to see what we can do with the div element. Okay, so there's no text. What if I just do print test? Okay, then it's div element. So Yeah, so we might be able to do a git. So let's do a test.git and then give it something to get. So let's do a class. There we go. So yep, this is what we need to do. We need to get back these div elements, and then we can get the information listed. So we can get the class here. We can get the href. That'll be really useful. That's how we get our links back. This one doesn't have a link. They also have their like start times in there, so we can get that back. So so yeah, if we grab the div that we had before that we were working with, yeah, this so just this I think this class might be good. Okay, so here's, yeah, see how this has the text here in gray? That's why we were getting that back when we did this text here, but we want to take the whole object and then take from it what we need. If we need the text and there is text, we'll take the text. But if we need the date time, if we need the content, if we need something else, we can get something else. So we want to grab the whole div that is going to be the most useful to us. So I think the divs that will be the most useful to us is the cover image divs. So we want to get the DS cover image. Yep, so here one that is the test. So we're just gonna get rid of this. There we go, and it's no longer a test. This is what we're gonna do going forward. Okay. So now we don't need to worry about this code so much right now. So I'm just gonna comment this out. I might need it later, so I'm gonna leave it for later. Okay, so now that I've got these events here, I'm going to need to try to grab a event. So I did that down here. So we're gonna do for events in events event.get. So we want to get the href. Yeah. Oh, so yeah, and the reason for that is because we're looking at the div here, and we see there is no href in this div here. The div starts here, it ends there. There is no href. So we're looking at the wrong div. Yeah, so this looks like a better one to look at because we can see we can do it by data permalink. So let's look at this one instead. Okay, and now we're going to get the relevant part of that div, which is the data permalink. Okay, so now we should get links back. So we were able to get the times, we were able to get the links, but we still haven't been able to map the times to the links. It looks like another problem is we've only got back 4 events when we did that. There's going to be more than 4, so we're missing a lot of the events by doing it this way. Huh. Let's just do this. Let's have it do DS listing. Yeah. Because it can have multiple names, so we don't have to search for a div that has all the names. We can have a search for any div that has that name included in its multiple names. That did not work. Okay, so this looks a lot better. Now I think we've got all of the events on the page. Yeah, and we can turn it into clickable links. If we do a print, modify our print statement to be a formatted string like this. Oops. Yep, there we go. And then we have this colon 512.com. Yep. Okay, so now we've got back clickable links for each of these events. As you can see, here's an event, the big bygone. Here's an event here, Lone Star Honky Tonk. So we've got our clickable events, but the problem is we don't have the start times yet. We don't have the start times mapped to the event, but we have the events. We have the start times. We just need the to map them somehow. So let me try one thing as well. So we're gonna do Yeah, we're going to include this under here. We'll just have a while like that. We don't need the flag. And then we'll do if link events equals 0, we'll do a break. Okay, so now we can see we're pulling all of the events. Oops, it looks like we are getting duplicate events here. I'm not sure why that's happening. We're also getting events that happen on the different dates. So we're pulling events. We're pulling a lot of events, but we've got events on the 20th. We've got events on the 19th. Something about this while loop is not working. Yeah, so we're never hitting this here. I'll just set the page number to be less than 10 for now, kind of the easy way. We'll take a look at what pops up doing that. So we shouldn't have repeats anymore. Looks like we've still got some events for the 20th, which is surprising. Ah, there we go. So now we cut it short, but we're getting these events for tomorrow night, which is not good. Yeah, I'm not sure why that's happening, but we can certainly let's take a look at what happens if I just go here. Oh, okay. Then we get it like that. Okay, perfect. Oh, do we get them all? Do we get them all? Or do we, no, we get that on extra pages again. Yeah. Let's try changing the URL to include this today here. And I do need a slash there. There we go. Maybe that'll fix it. Okay, so yeah, now I'm only, oh no, I see another one for the 20th. Some of them sneak in for the 20th for some reason. I guess what I could do is just filter out the ones for the 20th. Some of them don't even have the date in them, in the URL. This is kind of tricky. This is trickier than I thought it would be. I thought this would be pretty easy. Okay, so we do have the start time that is associated with that. So I think it is a good strategy to focus on the item prop, and if it has this event item prop, then that's the div we want. So I think that's okay for now. We are getting the actual events. Now we are getting events that are for tomorrow for some reason. Now it might be something like this because, yeah, that might be what we're dealing with. I need to take a break. I'll be back shortly. All right, welcome break. I took welcome back. I took a break for dinner, so I am ready to continue with this. I thought it would. I didn't think it would be as hard as it is turning out to be, but I've got this event here, and then for events in event, I'm printing out the permalink data, but I can also print out different data. So I'm just right now sorting it for yeah, this item prop equals event. There we go. Yep, so so when we've got a item prop equals event, so here's one that equals URL. Yeah, so we've got the data permalink here for that. But then inside of that, we have another div. So I'm pretty sure there's a way to access the information, the div within the div somehow. So okay, so we need to access the div within the div, and what we need to access is this this div here, this DS listing details, and that's going to be a div nested inside of this div here with this item prop equals event. Yeah, we can't just go straight to this div itself because we don't have a link to the event. We have a link to the directions, we have a link to the venue, but we don't have a link to the actual event page, I think. No, we don't. That's too bad. That would have made it a lot easier. Okay, so we need to figure out how to get to this class here. Yep. So Oops, something is. Okay, so now that we have this event here, we can do. Let's try another .git. So we're gonna do event.get. But the thing is, I'm thinking the .gets will only give you, so like the class, the style, and then that's for this div right here. So we don't have the time. So we can't do a .get, I think, because that would give us one of these things listed here in yellow. So we need to get this purple text here, and we need to get this one specifically. So what if I do this? What if I do event.xpath? And we're going to say div, and then we're going to say class. Or let's not even do that. Let's just do, let's just do div class, and then this one here. Okay, so didn't break the code. That's a good thing. So let's have this say times equals this, and then we'll have it be the dot text or the / text. Yeah, like that. Let's say our time equals that. We'll say print time. Now I should get, there we go, perfect. There we go, and now this code here will be perfectly fine. We'll say link equals that. Okay, time equals that, and we're going to print the time. Now, for some reason, it's giving me back a list. Uh, Okay, I've got this mixed up pretty badly here. So this is all fine. This is fine. This is fine. So I'll put a separator here. I'll put a comment. So get the HTML, and I'll say grab the events and the start times from the HTML. Okay, so I've got the link now. I've got the events printing out. And I've got the time that the event starts next to it. So first thing we need to do is verify that this is actually accurate. So this Carly Bearden event should start at 11. Oh, nope, so it's not accurate. This should start at 9 p.m. It actually starts at 10:30. Okay, so they're not mapped to each other correctly. Yeah, that should start at 12. So here's one that should start at 11 a.m. It doesn't start at 11 a.m. Yeah, I don't have them mapped correctly. Oh, you know what? That's why. I can't sort the start times. You know what I can do? I can do this. So I'll say map together the events and the start times. So we're going to say for event start time in zip, that's start times. Or we'll just do another mapped events and times equal so we're going to do a list of lists. All right, we'll do start time event. Yeah. Okay. Yep, so that looks good. But we're gonna do we gotta do the cleanup. Yeah, we gotta do this cleanup here. Then we gotta do the event. Yeah, like that. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, perfect. Brilliant. Okay, got it. Okay. So we'll do okay, so now we've got them mapped together. Oops. Yeah, so this looks really good. And now we can sort them using a better algorithm. Okay, so we're going through, we're doing it for 10 pages. I mean, we can do it for like 100 pages. It's not a big deal, I think. It'll just, the ones where it's just a blank page will go by really fast. And I doubt there'll ever be more than 100 pages of events. So like once it starts running out of pages, it's just, like it's gonna be fine. We're still getting some for the 20th, which is weird. But I can always filter that out later. Oh, I guess that makes sense. If it starts after midnight, that'll say it's for the 20th. Yeah, because there's an event that starts at 1 a.m. So that's listed for the 20th. Okay, yeah, that's good. That makes sense. That's what I'm getting. Looks like I'm also getting some that started like in January. I guess maybe if it's like a festival, like a Renaissance Fair festival or something like that, that first opened up in January, that would make sense. Okay, so I think I'm getting the results I want. We can see it's no longer updating, so I think that is totally fine. We're just going through those 100 we're going through those extra pages that that there aren't results for. Um, so I wish there was a way to deal with that somehow. So yeah, so we map together the. So what we can do, we can say if mapped events and times, because it'll be a blank. Then we can do a break. Yeah. So now when I run it again, it should pretty gracefully break out of that. Yeah, I think that's a decent way to handle the looping, to handle the fact that we don't know how many pages there are going to be. Okay, so we should see it just gracefully exit. Yeah, it's still pulling back pages. There's a lot of pages of events. I mean, this is South by Southwest in Austin, Texas, so there's just a lot going on. But there's quite a bit going on. Yeah, there we go. So it gracefully exited. Okay, so this is perfect. So what I do want is I want this mapped. Okay, so I want this to go through and actually collect the data. So I'm going to make a new one that says data. And then we're going to say data plus equals, or data dot append, or data huh. I think it's dot append. Or I think it was concat. Let me get some help here. I think append is fine. Yeah, append should do it. Okay, so we're going to do this different. So afterwards, we're just going to do a print data. We're not going to worry about it showing it as it comes in. We'll worry about it showing it once it's grabbed all the data. So it'll just sit here, look like it's doing nothing. Oops, actually never mind, because I forgot to get rid of this here. Okay, that should save some time to. Okay, yeah, this should be good. This should be good. So here it'll just look like it's doing nothing. I could put in some kind of like progress dot or like some sort of message. This is like gathering data. So I could have it say like print gathering data, and then like here do print like that, and then do print all data gathered like that. That'll make it a little bit nicer. Gathering data, and then each time it iterates through, it'll give you kind of a progress indicator there. And it'll tell you how many pages. I could do that. So print there we go. There we go. So now I'll tell you which pages it's gathering from. Page 1, 2, 3. So you can see, you can get a sense for just how many events there are on any given time you run this then too. It's like, whoa, more than 10 pages of events. That's a lot of events. Wow, that's a lot of events. I mean, as I said, there's a special event tonight. Wow, over 20 pages of events. That's crazy. Yeah, imagine just scrolling through that on your phone. That's what I used to do. I used to try to scroll through, let's see how many pages of events there are. 26 pages of events. Yeah, right. Let me make this a little bit nicer. So we'll do for I in data, print I, and we'll get some nicer output there. I hate to do it again because it took so long. 26 pages of data is pretty crazy. Especially since I know what I need to do next. So I'll just let that go and I'll work on what I need to do. So we've got all the data just fine. So yeah, so we need to sort by start times. Now that all say finish gathering. If URL goes to a blank page. Gives back data in a list of this. Okay, so sort the data by start time. Okay, so now we gotta sort the data by start time. Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. God damn it. So this append is not gonna work. We've gotta do this. So let's go IPython. We'll do test1 equals 1, 2, and then test2 equals 1, 2. Okay, so now we're going to do a help test 1. Extend. Yeah. So we got to do test 1 dot extend test 2. Okay, so now test 1 looks like this. That's what I needed to do. There we go. Okay, it's got to gather it from 26. But now that I'm sure that, again, I can just go here. So now that we've got the data, we're going to need to sort it. So we can say, yep, the data is fine. So let's define our sorting key. There we go. See, now we've got the data back. Yep, it's this wrapped around, so this is good. We should have everything lining up well as well. Hopefully, unless I still messed that up. Nope, we got it lining up. So this little cherry and gold Buddha starts at 12:10 tomorrow, which is perfect. That's fine. And the little cherry 12:10. Yep, that's what I got. So everything lines up. We have a 9 o'clock show here. If I actually look at it, yep, 9 o'clock. So everything lines up perfect. Good. Okay, this is about as difficult as I thought it would be, especially since I'm probably a little bit rusty. I would say I haven't done something like this in a while. Okay, so now what we need to do is sort the list. But let's stop it here, or let's not stop it here, but let's save it here. So we need to get out there, git commit -m, and say gathered all data from all pages, successfully mapped the events to the start times, successfully, okay. Next step is to sort the data by the start time. Okay. All right, so now we've got our sorting key here. Oh, it looks like I've got a. I'm not sure what this one. I'm not sure why there's a one. Oh, there's an unsaved file. Which one is the unsaved file? I don't know which one's the unsaved. They're all saved. All right, well, whatever. Okay, so I've got my sorting key here. So it's going to take the element. It's going to take, so the element we saw, the output of that was, we're feeding it a list of lists. So the element is going to be a list. I'm going to take the first element of that list, which is the start time, clean it all up, and then we're going to sort by that. So we're going to do data.sort. Key equals sorting key. Okay, and then we're going to need to do the same thing for the AM and PM times that we did before, because I can't get that right just naturally. So we'll say handle AM and PM times being out of order. Okay, so handle AM and PM times being out of order. So AM times equals for time in data. Yep. Okay, so let me think about this actually. So data is still a list of lists, but it's in order. So we're gonna say AM times equal time for time in data. So we've gotta have it look at the beginning here. Yep. Perfect. We'll say final answer. Okay, and we'll say for final answer in final answers, print final answer. Okay, yeah, and I don't think I need anything else from here. Nope, I do not. That's why I use version control, because I can go back and get it if I need it. I can do that very easily. Okay, so it's going to gather it from 26 pages, and then it's going to print it out twice, I think, because I forgot to remove the extra print. Oh, no, it looks like I did remove that. Yeah, so it should be fine. And then it'll just print it out all magically, beautifully in order, and then we can go to the next step where we have it check the current time, and then it only prints out events after the current time. So we got 26 pages. I can, for testing purposes, I can knock this number down to like 5, make it go faster. Five will be too low of a number when I'm actually using it, but for testing that'll be totally fine. All right, so now let's see if the events are in order chronologically. So yep, here we go. So we've got, aha, oh, it looks like we got a bit of a problem though again. So we can't exactly sort it just by AM and PM, because if we do that, the AM events on the 19th will be shown later chronologically than the AM events on the 20th. So we can't just do it based on AM or PM. So yeah, that's kind of tricky. I guess what we can do is just assume that it's on the 20th. If it's past, yeah, so basically if it's, because the bars close at 2 a.m., So if it's from 1 a.m. to 2 a.m., we can assume that it needs to go later. So let's add that in there. So, perfect. AM times. So time for time in data if AM in and okay, so it should stop there hopefully. Yep. Uh, okay, so now let's see if we got that a little bit better or a lot bit better hopefully. Huh. So here we had it in there. James McMurdy at 1 a.m. That's really late. Well, shoot, that makes it very difficult. That makes it very difficult. I don't even know how to deal with that. Yeah, and we can see it's messed up here as well, because yeah, because at 12 p.m. it's noon. I think. I can't tell if 12 p.m. is noon or midnight. I think 12 a.m. is midnight. And 12 p.m. Yeah, 12 a.m. is midnight and 12 p.m. is noon. So we can see an event that occurs at noon is happening later than an event that occurs at 11:45 at night, which is not correct. Huh. Let's do this. We're gonna say, shoot, yeah, this is kind of tricky actually. What if I just pull it different? If I just pull it differently, so yeah, because here we get the like a different kind of start date. Like this timestamp looks a lot more useful. Okay, so instead of the ds-event-time dt start, yeah, here we're going to pull this timestamp. So it's going to be a meta. It's going to be a date, start date. I can't think here. Sorry, my brain's a little shot. I might take a break or something. Huh. Yeah, that's tricky. I'm trying to think how to pull back this, because this is probably more useful to me, because it has it converted to 24-hour time. I guess that's what I could do. I could do Python convert to 24-hour time. Yeah. My internet's been really slow. I think it's because of my, but yeah. So like here we go. So okay, okay. This will do it. This will do it. Yeah, this will be good. All right. Okay, so we need to do this. Okay, do this one above that one. Okay, so now we need to do this in a loop. So for in data, we'll say final answer equals this, and we'll say for I in data, final answer dot append we'll do say time 12 equals I in time equals Okay, and then there's no space. Alright. Okay, this should be good. I think we'll see. We will see if that is good or not. All right, so that didn't work. It didn't work at all. That did not work. Okay, so I am getting my 24-hour time here. But for some reason, oh, I see. It's gotta be like this. Oh, actually, I don't need this anymore. This could be an S, yeah. Okay. Okay, so now we've got it. So we can see. Yep, here's the ones that. Oh, but we still got that problem where these actually need to go. These are part of it. These are on the next day. So we're close. We just need to have the ones that start with zero like that to be at the end. The ones that are 00 or 01 to be at the end. So I mean we can do that. Yeah, so we can do like or answer in final answers if 00 colon in answer. We're gonna do, we'll say like true final answer. Okay. So if that's there, we're gonna put it at the end. So we're gonna say true final answer dot append answer. But otherwise, we're gonna say true final answer dot insert I think this will work. I should change this down to do only 3 pages. Oh, that didn't work. I might have just gotten the index wrong. Oh, I don't think... I'm confused. Oh, okay, yeah. There wasn't any. Okay, it's not doing it correctly. Shoot. Nope, that didn't work. I'm just trying to look at this part, and if I see that, put it at the end of the list instead of the beginning. But I don't think it's happening the way I was thinking it is. Actually, what I can do is I can loop through it twice like this, and I can say if 0 colon in 0. There we go, and then we can do a not. Yeah, so that should do it. That should do it. Okay, that's as fancy as it needs to be. I don't need to make it any fancier than that. So there we go. I've got, oh, never mind. This I can clean up. This is just a disaster. I am confused. I'm so close. I am so close to finishing this. And I'm not even at the 3-hour mark yet. I thought I could do it in an hour, but to be honest, if I can do this in under 4 hours, that's actually pretty good. That's probably what I should have expected. Okay, so these are matching, so I don't know why they're being listed twice here. It should be yeah, it should say if this is in here, if this is not in there, or this is not in there, then print it. But then there should be if it is in there, it should not print it. But here we can see now if it is in there, print it. I think I'd rather do it like this. This is a little bit easier for me to read. There we go. Nope, it's still doing the thing. That's so weird. Why is it doing that? Oh, it is? Yeah, it is. It is. It is. Oh. Huh. I'm really confused. What is going on there? I don't understand. Am I printing it out on extra time by accident? Someone else? No? Why is it? Maybe if I try printing this out. It's doing it. That's so weird. Why is it doing that? Okay, so it's going to loop through, and it's going to say, if this string is not in here, print this out. But the thing is, it is in there, so that's going to evaluate to false. So shouldn't print it out. Okay, perfect. I got it to work. Yeah, it's just my. Oh, I didn't get it to work. I partially got it to work. Oh, okay. Well, that worked, but I think I forgot to. Well, it worked to clean it up from the front, which was the hard part. Okay, this I think I have it sorted out now. Hopefully, we'll see. Yep, I've got it sorted out. Perfect. Unless it magically gets. Okay, there we go. Yep. So now we've got our 12 o'clock noon events. We've got our after midnight events. Yeah, we're good. Um, the other thing I can do is change it back to. I can change it back to. Yeah, so instead of having it print out the final answer like that, I can have it print out the. I can print it out in 12-hour format. So I'll try to do that. Okay, let's see if that works. Didn't work. Okay, so I can have it, that should do it, hopefully. And that will convert it back to 12-hour time, but keep it in the same order as the 24-hour time. I guess that's a little bit tricky. I'm not going to worry about that for now. I might want to do that later as like an extra feature, but for now, I mean, I've got my answer, so I don't know why I want to make it extra hard for me. I've got everything I need. In fact, I don't even need to filter it out based on start time because just even having this is like really valuable because I get a sense of for like how many pages there are, like how many events there are happening, which is useful. And then I get them all listed in order, which is all that really matters. I mean, I know what time it is. Like right now, it's 9 p.m. So it's going to be 24-hour time, I think, is 12 plus 9. So it'd be 19, 20, 2100 hours is 9. So I could go to these events. Yeah, this is all I need. I think this is, yeah. So I think this is good. I've got everything I need. Would be kind of nice if I could, have it be. What word am I looking for? Oh yeah, if I could have it be in 24-hour time, or sorry, in 12-hour time, that would help a little, I think. And it should be pretty easy to do that. Let me just think a little bit more about how to do that, because that, I think, would help me a lot. Oh, I'm getting the same thing. Okay, so I can't plug in a string object there. What do I plug in here? Oh, oh, I see. I'm using the wrong. So this has to be strip time. Okay, and then this one is going to be, so okay, I know what I'm doing now. That should do it. I think that'll do it. Hopefully, we'll see. What a nightmare. That was harder than I thought it would be. I should change that to 3 again. But if I change it to 3, I don't get the results I need. Okay, sweet, yeah. So now we've got it back at 12-hour time. Like, yep, we got it back at 12-hour time. So we need to make the conversion down here as well. Right, and here as well. Shoot. Okay, so we've got the conversion. All right, and that's my final answer. I mean, I think it would be nice if it could just because right now it's 9:11. Yep, so we can see we're now at 12-hour time for everything. I kind of want a space. I think a space will make it a little easier to read. Yeah, space makes it a lot easier. Okay, so it's 9:11. So yeah, I don't think it's a big deal to just have everything listed out. Then you just scroll down to the 9:11, and we can see the events. Here's 9:15, 9:30. So like, hey, let's plan to see something at 10. What do we want to see? Well, we can see any of these events. It's kind of annoying to open it because it brings it to the front like that. But okay, yes. So here I can make it so it doesn't bring it to the front. Okay, so it's 9:12 right now. So if I wanted to see a show at 10, let me close that, and let's take a look at all the shows I could see at 10. So this is gonna pop that up there. Okay, so if I wanted to go last notice, see a show tonight at 10, I've got 45 minutes to try to get a ticket and to travel down there. These are the shows I could go and see. So that gives me a really clear picture. Any moment's notice, if I'm in the city and I want to go and do something, This actually looks. This looks interesting. It looks like it's a pianist playing tonight. Um, but this I saw before. I actually wanted to see this. Uh, but yeah, so you can see, look at all these choices I've got to go to, and I just found it with the click of a button, instead of having to scroll through pages and pages and pages of stuff and realizing and spending all my time just scrolling and not like talking to people and stuff. So this is gonna really make my time here in Austin, Texas a lot better, I think, because I'll be able to do more interesting things more efficiently and quickly, and it'll make it better for people I know and people who use this as well. So I could end it here. As I said, I don't think it's worth it to actually put in the code to get rid of the old events, because just like seeing the old events might be just interesting. So I could be like, oh, we missed whatever, he was here, or like, it's interesting to know like what happened. Um, but the final thing I do want to do with this though is get it on my phone, because on my phone is where I actually need to use it. So I'm gonna pause and get my phone. Okay, so I've got my phone now, so I'm gonna try to download this to my phone so I can use it on CuPython and actually have it when I need it. So I'm gonna do a final commit on here. So git add, git commit -m, all finished. Don't need to trim old events. It's easy enough to just scroll down to the current time. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna I'm gonna actually put this up for free on my GitHub for anyone who wants it. So I'm going to make a new repository here. Repository name is going to be called, I believe I called it the Austin Events Today. Today, a Python, so a script that scrapes do2.com and a script that scrapes events for today and returns them in logical order. Okay, anyone can have that. I've already got that, so we're gonna create the repository. Then we're going to push an existing repository up, so we'll use these commands for that. Okay, so now my repository is out there free for anyone who wants it. It's called Austin Events Today. There we go. Okay, and then we've got the main script here. Yep. Oops. Actually, I've still got it set to 5, so we want to set that to some number where it's never going to be returning fewer events than there are. So I can set that to 1,000. I can set it to whatever I want. I'll set it to 1,000 because it's just going to break. It won't cause it to run extra long if I do that. I think there was another timer I might need to deal with. No, I think that's it. I just need to change that to set to 1000. So let's do a clear. I'm gonna run it one more time. And it'll go through all 26 pages. I guess there's no reason to do that, but I just want to make extra sure because I'm gonna hang up my hat on this and say that it's good. Okay, so yep, sure enough, it works. If we go back to now, it is 9:20, so I can't hit those 9 o'clock shows anymore. But if I want to see a show at 10, wow, look at all this. As I said, it's South by Southwest, so there are a lot of things happening in Austin right now. Yeah, look at all these. It's just crazy. Um, yeah, I could go to any one of these events. Wow, that's crazy. I kind of want to go to. I kind of want to go to something just because there's so many. There's so many at 11. I feel like I don't know. I kind of don't want to know because it can get pretty nuts. And then like if this one it looks like I have to buy a ticket. Yeah, and you have to have a wristband. You have to have paid for the festival. Okay. Well, cool. It works really good. I just need to now that I get all the events, I need to make that modification or commit that modification. Um, increased loop counter so that all pages are scraped. There we go. Perfect. So, okay, so now the next thing I want to do is make sure I can run it from my phone because that's where I really need to run it. So I'm going to go to my GitHub on my phone. I'm going to go to repositories. I should have a 10th or another repository in there. There we go. And now let's see if I can just from the CubePython app download this. Oh, looks like I cannot. If I just download the file or something. I have a pip console, like a PyPy console. Uh, well, I need to download the file somehow. So I've got the file here, I just need to download it. Maybe I can just select all, or I can just scrape it and then paste it in. That would be nice. There we go, I'm getting somewhere. Perfect, okay, so now copy, excellent, and make a new script. So I'm gonna click on editor. I'm going to close this one, whatever this is. Sure it's not important, because I haven't needed it until now. But I don't know how to close it. There we go. We're going to do a script, and then the script name is Austin Events Today. .py. Okay. Oops, so it looks like for some reason it did it all in one line. So I gotta fix that somehow. Shouldn't be that hard to fix, hopefully. And I can always it's such a short script, I can just manually add the lines. It's super inconvenient, but I mean, if I take the inconvenience and actually get it done, the rewards are pretty substantial. No, that's going to be really hard to just add the lines in. How many lines is it? Yeah, if anyone's curious, I tried to paste it into the editor, but it didn't preserve the new lines, so I can add the new lines in manually, but I would have to do that 62 times. That's actually not too bad. So you know what? I'm going to do it that way. That's probably the fastest way. Yeah, and then it's actually pretty clear where the new line is because there's a missing space. It's just hard to select it. Yeah, I like this actually. This is working really well. And then it preserves all the tabs as well, the white space, which can be a challenge in Python, getting that white space correct. Okay, yep, so I'm already on line 20. I've got to get to line 62 and then I'm done. Definitely making this as hard as it possibly can make it. But that is okay, I think. It's just really maddening. There we go. Okay, so now I need to add a tab here, and I don't know how to do that on my phone. I only know how to add spaces. So I hope I don't get the error that I'm mixing tabs and spaces, because I am mixing tabs and spaces. I know that I am. Okay, I feel like I... Oh, I see, yeah, so I need an extra space there. Okay, I'm about halfway done. Oh no, I'm getting tired. That's not good. I'm just about to finish this thing and I'm getting completely tired. All right, just about less than 10 more lines to go, and I will have it on my phone. Hopefully, assuming it works, I will be testing that. Okay, so I've got it all with the right white spacing now. So I'm going to hit play on that. Oops, and I do have an error. I don't have the right module. So we're going to install Qt. Shoot, this might be a problem. This might be a big problem, actually. I mean, I guess if this is a problem and I don't have LXML on my phone, maybe I can try to rewrite the code with Beautiful Soup. I wish I could share what I was doing on here. Come on, please, 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 please. Oh. Yes? I can't tell if this is a good thing. No, this is a very bad thing. But I can just do... Yeah, so I can do... Oh, sweet. It's working. And when I say it's working, what I mean is the prerequisite module to run the script is downloading. So next step is to actually run the script, and I won't know whether it works or not until I actually see the links in the start times. Okay, and it is taking its sweet time. In fact, it says that it could take 11 minutes. Now it says it could take 12 minutes. Now that more time has gone by, it is saying it could take longer. Now it's up to 14 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to pause it. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I got it all ready for bed. In the time it took me to do that, it looks like we still got a fair bit amount of time to go with this download on my phone. Looks like it's less than a minute left, but I don't know how long it's actually going to be. Don't really have anything to do. I'll pause it again and come back when it's done. hell yeah. That's the secret. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that gives me a back relax too. Oh, God, that's good. Whew. Okay, I'm back with another check-in. So it successfully completed something, but it looks like now it's the LXML library has its own dependencies, so it looks like it's downloading another dependency here. So I've got about 5 minutes ETA, so I'll pause it and come back when everything's all complete. All right, welcome back. It looks like I got everything downloaded. I'm back to my prompt anyway. I'm gonna close this door here. Close this one. Okay. So I'm back to my prompt here. I got some error messages. I don't know what the deal is with that, but I'll try to run the script. Hopefully it'll work now. I have a feeling it won't. And I believe I lost the script because I did not save it. That would suck. That would probably do it for me if that were the case that I lost it. Oh, no, here it is. Okay. Oh, it appears to be working. Oh. This is console mode. Oh, something happened. I don't know what happened. So it looks like it's running. It says this is console mode, and then it says press enter to exit. So let's take a look at. Oh, yeah. So it happened. It overwrote all the work I did because I forgot to hit save. Great. That's wonderful. Oh, that is so good. I'm really happy that happened. That was I feel stressed. I feel stressed. I get this eye thing. When I'm really stressed, I get this thing in my left eye that it kind of shakes under the eye. And I just got that. So I've actually been really stressed lately. I have no idea why. Oh, actually, no. I know why. What's going on there? I mean, they're just comments. It doesn't matter. You know what? I think I am going to take the time to get this to work. Because I got all the way here. I've got the prerequisite installed. It's just a matter of adding the spacing back in. So I'll just be careful to keep hitting that save button. I think it took me less than, 10 minutes last time. So it's just 60 lines. It shouldn't be too bad. And I did it before, so I can do it again, probably a bit faster. And I will remember to keep hitting save, all the time. This is the hard one. Sweet, the hard one was easy. Sorry, I wish I could talk more about what I'm doing, but all I'm doing is fixing the white space because it pasted everything in on one line. So there's really nothing to it. I'm just adding in spaces and adding in new lines. So I'm just hitting the enter key and the backspace key and the space key. That's pretty much all I'm doing. Yeah, I wish I could share it more just to see. And yes, there is a way to do this non-stupidly, but sometimes the stupid brute force way is faster, I find. The most important thing is to get it done, to make it work. Um, I'm all about that. I'm all about practicality and actually getting the results and not necessarily always doing it in the absolute best, most clever, most brilliant way possible. That's the way I see myself a lot, is like somebody with a lot of grit and resolve and determination. So like when it comes to beautiful, eloquent, clever solutions, like I'd like to do that, but kind of I don't see anything wrong with just getting it done in a more ugly, sloppy way. Okay, so I've got that. Oh, looks like I got an error on line 36 that I will fix. Oh, I forgot a def. Yeah, I got this all wrong here. Okay. Oh, I've got another, so I've got an error on line 39 now. It's just good because I fixed the error on line 36. Ah, shoot, I've got the no module found thing now. Well, that's good. It means all my spacing and stuff is correct. Shoot, LXML, I still got a no module found for that. Yeah, I think I might be dead in the water because I don't have LXML on here. Oh, I need the verify false. Yeah, I can just do this. Well, I mean, it's downloading. It's not a big deal. All right, I'm going to pause it again because I'm downloading more packages to try to get this to work. Well, as it's getting later and later, and I'm getting more and more tired, I've got to make a call here. So it looks like my ETA is still at like 7 minutes for this. So I think I'm going to make a call, and I'm going to try to get it working on my phone off camera. I did a lot today, and I did it in under 4 hours, so I'm pretty happy with what I did. We can see my codes up here. We can see it's going to be free up there. I can include it in the description. So yeah, that's going to be it. Objectives solved. Yeah, if anyone's in Austin and they want to see an event, just run this script, and you'll see all the events listed in chronological order, and you can pick one that you can actually go to, and you don't have to waste your time scrolling through the pages trying to find one that is actually that hasn't been expired. All right, so that's it. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.